Pleasant morning teaching to everyone. My name is Charmaine B. Patrimonio of PED2B. Today I will discuss about the Judo Facilities Equipment and Strengthening Training Program. Judo is a sport in which two people fight and try to throw each other to the ground. The word judo consists of two Japanese characters, ju, which means gentle, and do, which means the way. Judo, therefore, literally means the way of gentleness. First, judo bag. A judo bag is similar to any other combat sports bag. It is designed to carry any and all of the equipment that the judo athlete would need to bring with them to the dojo. Most bags are made of a synthetic polymer such as nylon or polyester. The bags may have a padded shoulder strap for comfort and two handles to be carried at the side. It is important to find a bag that is large enough for all the equipment needed, but too large where it becomes burdensome. Many of the judo bags available are designed with a convenient, breathable fabric to allow the wet, sweaty gear to ventilate. These bags are also designed with multiple separate compartments to keep the wet, dirty gear away from the clean gear. Many of the higher-end models offer waterproof compartments as well. Second, judo belts. Judo belts are extremely important to the sport because they are an indication of other judo players' skill level, which is designated by the color of the belt. Many of the martial arts practiced around the world have a similar belt system. However, judo is considered as the originator of this system. Depending on the country and the association, there are distinct belt color ranks for junior and senior players. Judo belt holders are assigned into one of two groups, Kyu and Dan grades. The Kyu grades are for beginner level judo players. Once the player advances through the 6 Kyu grades, they take a test to proceed further into the Dan grades, better known as black belt. Belt colors will be different according to country and judo club, but the general ranks are white for beginner, yellow for the 9th Kyu, orange for the 7th and 8th Kyu, green for the 5th and 6th Kyu, blue for the 3rd and 4th Kyu, brown for the 1st and 2nd Kyu, black 1st to the 5th Dan, white and red stripes for the 6th and 8th Dan, red for the 9th and 10th Dan. The goal of the most athletes new to judo is not only to complete the process from white to black belt, but in doing so, improve their inner selves as well. Third, elbow pads. It is not considered mandatory to wear elbow pads when practicing judo. However, it may be a smart idea. While pads are not allowed in judo competition, they can help ensure that the judo player makes it to competition by avoiding injury. There is frequent falling to the ground in judo, and many times this leads to landing on an elbow. It is important to select a tight-fitting pad to make sure of proper protection. These pads are manufactured with a stretchy knitted fabric that include a cushion around the elbow, which provide protection from impact. Fourth, grappling dummies. When the judo player is alone and wants to practice throws and sweep, the grappling dummy can be a useful substitute for a training partner. A grappling dummy won't contribute the type of resistance that the human would bring, but it is a useful training aid, and the judoka doesn't have to worry about injuring the dummy. Fifth, the judo gis. The traditional uniform worn by judo players during practice and competition is a Japanese kimono known as the judogi, more often referred to as the gi. While it is common to see athletes practicing all martial arts in their respected uniform, the gi was the first modern martial arts uniform. The gi consists of pants and a tunic, either white or blue. A accompanied by an official belt. During competition, there are very strict rules on how this uniform must be worn. The gi needs to fit the athlete perfectly according to the rules set forth by International Judo Federation, or the referee can disqualify the competitor. A player wearing a gi that is smaller than the rules allow will have an unfair advantage because it will be harder to grab and lighter to wear. 6th, Judo mats. Official judo competitions take place on tatami mats. Tatami is a flooring material that dates back to 16th century Japan. This flooring has gone through many changes over the years, but modern day tatami is usually made from polystyrene foam that is at least 1.5 inches thick. These mats can be in one piece, rolled or folded when not in use, or in sections that resemble a jigsaw puzzle. In an official judo competition, the mat area must be 14 by 14 meters at a minimum. The matches are contested in an area of at least 8 by 8 meters but no more than 10 by 10. The rest of the provided spaces serves as a safety zone between playing areas when multiple competitions are taking place at the same time. 7th, Judo mouth guards. Mouth guards are not mandatory equipment for judokas, but wearing one may very well end up saving the athlete from unneeded pain and dental bills. There is no striking in judo, but does not mean that the teeth and gums are free from injury. With all the grappling in judo, it is possible for an accidental elbow or headbutt could strike a competitor in the mouth and do damage. They are made from plastic polymers. Lastly, the judo tape. Judo players put a good deal of stress on the joints and extremities, which can result in frequent injuries, especially to the hands and ankles. In the interest of preventing potential injuries, many judokas have their fingers and ankle taped prior to engaging in judo. Taping produces compression on these areas to reduce swelling. Taping these joints also adds stability, which can aid in taking the strain off the tendons. Rolls of tape can be purchased at little expense, and when applied properly, can prove to be a lifesaver for the judo athlete. Strengthening training program. Our strength training program includes a balanced combination of neck exercises for our judo athletes that includes a 4-way neck machine, manual resistance exercises, and free weight exercises. The exercise movements target the cervical musculature and include neck flexion, neck extension, and lateral flexion. Additionally, the upper trapezius and levator scapulae play a role in cervical stabilization and are targeted with the scapular elevation movement. Judo players need to complete full body exercises, preferably in a standing position. They also need grip strength, pulling strength, power, and explosiveness. Along with this, they need strong core muscles, focusing on rotation above all others. It gives them a sense of independence and allows them to better themselves both mentally and physically. Strength training is also the fastest way to improve your muscles and your physical endurance, and it can help you perform everyday tasks.